Hi guys, my name is Jen and I have survived potty training. So myself and some other YouTube mummies have decided to share our tips and tricks in a collab effort to talk to you guys about potty training. Okay, so I myself have two little girls, one 7 months old and one 3 years and 3 months old. And obviously I've only potty trained my 3-year-old. We're mainly potty trained, we just aren't poo potty trained, but I'll get to that in a sec. I started the potty training process with my 3-year-old when she was just a little over 2. I introduced the potty and she only started walking around 18 months, and after then I introduced the potty. I also introduced a toilet insert, and just, when she was interested to go or mentioned that she wanted to, I'd let her go. I looked for other signs of readiness, such as letting me know that she needs to go or that she's done a poo or wee. There's if you Google, you'll find a whole checklist of ready signs. It was around the time after my daughter was born, so my little girl was about 2.5, just over 2.5, and she asked, like she usually does, to go do a wee in the toilet, and she did a proper wee, not just a few drops coming out. So from that time onwards, when she asked to go to the toilet, she'd always have a proper wee that wanted to come out. So I knew she was pretty close to ready. She had the physical skills to get her pants up and down. We were coming into the summer and then it was getting warmer, So I decided to go down the track of potty training, but decided to only let her go when she wanted to and just still keep nappies on. The reason for this is because I had a newborn and there was a lot of change going on. I was also expressing milk and feeding instead of breastfeeding, so I just knew I didn't have the time to put into being there for my girl who needed to be potty trained. So I decided to wait until after Christmas, and I started just one day out of the blue, about 6 weeks before she turned 3, because we were going away at Christmas too. I didn't want it to be rushed. I knew it just wasn't the right time. So after Christmas, about mid-Jan, I decided to start one day. And obviously she was old enough. I talked to her and said, we're not going to use nappies anymore. Wear undies like a big girl. She knew that, she'd been involved in picking out undies too and that sort of thing. So, one day we got up and I just put undies on and told her, you tell me when you need to go to the toilet. So most of the time, it only took about a week, but in that time we never had any accidents. Every time she needed to go to the toilet, she'd tell me. In the beginning, it was like every 15 or 20 minutes. It felt like she always needed to go wee. And then after that, about a week or 2, she started holding longer. It was like she'd play for an hour or so and then do a wee. And then by about the 3rd week, I definitely felt more confident getting out in the car, knowing there wasn't going to be any accidents. Now, along this process, it took a while for her to... On the 3rd day, she did a poo in the potty. She wasn't that happy about it. She was a bit scared. Don't think she likes the feeling of it. But since then, she's regulated to... She still has a sleep time nappy, and she still has nappies overnight. So she's regulated to only really pooing in those times. Sometimes I know she needs to poo because of the way she stands and goes, oh, I need to go. So we try and go to the toilet other times, and I use that opportunity to encourage her to poo. But so far, we're really having no success there. I can tell she's just cognitively not ready. So I'm not pushing it because I know that's probably one of the worst things you could do. To actually get onto toilet training, I decided to research the 3-day potty training guide, and I googled a lot of things. I talked to a lot of mums and what worked for them and how they did it before actually potty training my girl. And then when it came to actually implementing the strategies, that I'd learnt, I really just took all the information I knew and then went with the flow and just played it by ear with my girl. And what worked for us was waiting for her to tell me that she needed to go, or watching her while I was playing with her closely and then going. I also decided to stay at home. I made it a time where we didn't go out the house, we didn't go play, we just stayed at home. That made it a lot easier because we didn't need to worry about the car, or it just too much stress if you need to get out of the house while doing it. I didn't implement a reward system, although I have given incentive for stickers if she does poos. She still wants the stickers really bad, but she's just having trouble with poos. We're about 4 months in, I think, and still no success with poos. Looking back, if I did anything differently, if I wanted to do anything differently, probably, I don't know, I'd like to look forward into the future and know how poo training is going to go and when that's going to come about. Love any tips with that, but I wouldn't do anything else differently, no. I think I waited for the right time. It was very easy crossover with wheeze. No problem at all, really. I think I waited till exactly the right time when she was ready. She was probably ready about a month before that, but as I said, I knew that going away was not a good idea to start beforehand, and plus I still had a baby that was like 10 or 12 weeks old, very demanding, so it was a bit easier waiting till she was a bit older. That's all I've got to share with potty training, and I'd love to hear other people's tips and tricks and how they went, because it's a very individual experience and it can be very challenging and frustrating both for us and the child. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.